So we've talked a little bit about the difference between stress and anxiety. So here we have a couple points under each one of them that again help to summarize the difference between them and what might be able to help you know if what you're feeling is a normal response in having stress or a bit of anxiousness, or when that stress and anxiousness actually moves into anxiety, and moving away from stress and anxiousness into anxiety and then ongoing anxiety is when it can become a disorder or it can become a challenge that's impacting your everyday life. So stress is a short-term response. It can be caused by everyday normal and typical things. Generally, you will know what is the thing that caused you stress. It's an external thing that has caused that, and you can figure out what it is. Stress is a natural response to a challenge that's connected to an external cause. So it's something that's going on around you that you'd be able to identify what that thing or that situation or that person is that's bringing that on. And generally, with stress, you have the ability to settle yourself and pass yourself through the feeling of stress and then get back to a place of kind of being okay and settled. On the other hand, anxiety is a lingering response. It can be caused by chronic stress or by triggers and factors that you don't know and you can't figure out. Anxiety is ongoing emotions like worry, anger, resentment, fear, dread, panic, and all of them intensify and are connected to very internal feelings. So, and when I say feelings, I don't mean just feelings, emotions, I mean feelings, body sensations, that sick tummy, that butterfly feeling, that heart racing, heart beating, that tightness in maybe your shoulders or your neck, where it's just ongoing and you kind of don't ever notice that you feel relief or calm. If you struggle with the ability to settle yourself and get back to that place of being okay, or it takes a really long time, and I mean like hours or a couple days sometimes to like settle, this is a good indication that you're not just stressed, but you're struggling with anxiety.
So without causing stress, we're going to do a little test. And I know I can't hear you and you can't interact with Courtney and I, but maybe if you're visiting with someone that's watching this, a parent or a child, you can talk amongst yourselves. Courtney's given us information around stress versus anxiety, and we've got two photos in front of us. I want you to think about which photo represents stress and which photo represents anxiety. So if you guessed on the left that it's stress, then that's correct. And how we know that is because there's an external factor, a trigger. We can see the laptop, the arrows are pointing, she's got her notebook on her head. Obviously, she's doing a school assignment and she's feeling that stress. Anxiety, our little guy on the right, you can see the cartoon squiggles and the swirls going around. We don't have an external stimulus. We don't have a trigger, but we can tell that he's feeling something, he's holding his head. And so we know that that would be an example of what anxiety could look like.